Good afternoon. Yeah, here we are. We're gonna get the Reddit weekly done today. And then I'll probably be doing something off stream because I'm gonna do the qualifier for that only dungeons little tournament thing, and that'll be kind of fun. But I'll do it off stream because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who might still be running it, because a few people who typically pop in here might actually jump into this one. So we'll keep it kind of low-key. That's my plan. But we're going to get this open weekly done first, so that way I can just get this taken care of, and then I'm probably going to be off stream until tomorrow night for MMM. At least that's the hopeful plan. I should be back in time for that. All right, let's get this going. So 3, 2, 1, do it. Here, we'll take a quick peek. All crystals. Good. Don't have to touch anything. No. Not the best of tree pulls, but I'll take the 20 bucks. That's good. That's really good too. Alright, nice. That is good because we'll end up making an early play into Eastern. I should have considered going into Escape with that bow. Well, I only have 5 arrows, so that's fine. That's all I probably needed. Whoops. I kind of want to just hit him with the hook, but... Oh, we don't care. Alright, give me something garbage here, please. That's garbage. That was a harder heart piece. I think a full heart. We ain't gonna worry about it. Love it. Alright. What do we get in the Lost Woods? Oh yeah, that's not a hook thing. Sure, it's early, whatever. Haven't gotten any bombs yet, and we don't have enough money to buy them, so it's a little concerning. We'll see if we get a, No drop yet. We could test out the stun prize on these idiots. It's a heart. Alright, well, good to know. Let's do the well real quick. And see if we get bombs there. It's a little less punishing because it's quicker than going to Blind's basement. Alright, we can get back in here. Sword and shield. Plus we got the money to at least buy bombs now. And while we're down here, we can at least go into the back of the bar. So this is not the best of routing, but It didn't give us shit, so... Nice. Alright, we'll suck it up and buy him. We'll just have the hope for a 300 spot somewhere in the village so that we can just grab Bottle Vendor and not have to worry about that too. Alright. Wow. Thank you, game. Alright, let's get the one item over here, and then we'll go to blinds. Funny. Alright, so that does give us another check here. I'm sure there are bombs right in here, which will make it funny. Master Sword already? Alright, so there weren't. So we were stuck having to buy them no matter what. And now we are 7 rupees short. Which we're going to probably just come right back in here and grab them, because we're not going to play the game of skipping it and coming back. I should have just jumped in the well, but that's alright. We're right here. Whoops. I wanted to just get this out. Alright, buy Bottle Vendor, check on Sick Kid, and then we'll head south and see what we got. Just a slow opening because of lack of money. Worth. 100% worth. Also, really worth. Alright, so Eastern's fully in logic. That's beautiful. I am all about it. Let's scout these two things, and we just might head right there, honestly. Okay, don't care. Don't care. Beautiful. Alright, let's go to Eastern. Easiest call. Oh, I was literally just slightly short of grabbing that. Green pendant is ice. Wonderful. Get that marked in a second. Interesting. So if we find a glove, we might be able to beat Desert. It's probably worth looking. I'm not jumping into the Aga play until we see a Moon Pearl somewhere. If we do see a Moon Pearl, I would probably do that in a heartbeat because pod's beatable. Hey, Kyrie. Play a better game. Suggest Oot. Yeah. Sure. Not to say that Oot's not fun. I would love to learn it. You want to teach me? That could be hilarious, actually. But how you been doing? Besides your exhausting overnight shifts that you were mentioning. Early big key's good. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Hopefully your sleep schedule gets a little bit better then, because that's the absolute worst. Swing shifts in general just suck. My dad was on those for years. It just blew. We can just do this. Alright, all the items are back here. Fine. You're in 4 different tournaments right now? That's insane. I might, I might be joining in that only dungeons thing. If you saw and read about that, I'm gonna do the qualifier offline after this, just because it's I think we have till next weekend to register for it, and I played a couple seeds of it. It's fun. No, it's so basically just like all the dungeon entrances are basically within Kakariko, and then there's a handful of like the major item locations, like Mini Moldworm Cave, Hype Cave, Paradox. They're like accessible at different points depending on what items you have. They put them in different entrances that are somewhat close by, and so it's mostly just a big dungeon romp, and it's fun. Yeah, and it's got key drop. So all of the enemies and pots that contain keys could contain other things. So that is also a mindfuck for some people, because it's a big difference. Let's see. Oh, is it? Well, I mean, I think they all have their things. Like, they originally did this type of mode, but did it with door shuffle. And so this time they're just doing it without door shuffle, but introduce key drop. So it might have some similarities, but yeah. Grab some arrows and go. Alright, so we got a book. That's about it. But we still have all, like, the southern checks and stuff to do. But I'll take a nice early crystal. I'm very interested, though, in just at least checking out Desert, because there could be something I need to go there early for. So I think we kind of... Maybe we check the dam and head west instead. I don't know. I hate abandoning... Mini Moldworm Cave, but if I do, then that gives me motivation to go over to Ice Cave later. Escape from CAC, basically all of the exits are dungeons, 3 main dungeons, and basically, okay, to beat the seed with 3 Triforce at the end of the dungeon. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're designed to be really short. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's unusual to have a mode that is actually short for Zooter, so that's kind of neat. Definitely a different take on it. Like, there's a handful of modes for Link to the Past that are super short, too. Like, have you ever done a Trinity Seed? I've done a couple Trinity Seeds and been able to beat them in, like, an hour. Freestanding pots are all turned on. Okay, and skulls. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a lot, but it's cool. Alright, we'll do this first in case it's actually something worthwhile. Yeah, I like random stuff. We ended up doing the multi-world last night, and I did doors with Pot Sanity, Pottery Lottery. But in order to make it not too crazy, I didn't have entrance shuffle turned on. So all the entrances were normal, but dungeons were partition doors. So the Light World dungeons are shuffled among themselves, and the first 4 Dark World dungeons are shuffled among themselves, and then the last 4. So you at least, like, it kind of increases in challenge a little bit as you go through later dungeons. Okay. Alright, let's find out if coming in here early is what we want to do. Hopefully this is not a complete bust of a play, but I feel like it gave up me the book, so I want to look. And you could switch age on the spot. Oh, yes, yes. I've seen that setting before. That's pretty neat. I do like that. See, that was absolutely worth. Now we have Mountain open. I just want to preview what's here. We're going to save and quit out of here. Okay, so big key. So we are hard required here, which I figure we would be because we have big keys. But let's do back of escape, and then we have mountain. So I'm interested to see, because I don't know if you actually listened to the actual Go Mode podcast, but the one that they put out like a month ago, they were talking about how they want to possibly structure the mentor tournament, and they haven't made any decisions yet. But they were bouncing ideas off of like 1 year doing like what we experienced in terms of like the easier type of like learning the settings and stuff like that, and like learning basics, and then on the next year possibly doing like a cross keys mentor tournament, and then like alternating that. And that might not be what they end up doing, but they were just kind of brainstorming some ideas, because a lot of people who were in last year's group have kind of started to graduate to doing more of those types of modes. I mean, and you have too, in like at least on the side of like multi-worlds and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do. But if they did that, it would be kind of neat to see like a progression, like start out with like just key sanity and then eventually graduate to like the entrance shuffles and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, I know you've dabbled. I don't know if that's exactly what's going to happen, or if they're going to stick with something a little bit more like last year's format, but I would welcome the cross keys version of it, because I would like to get better at that. Like, I enjoy playing it, but I'm certainly not great. Just routing, decision making. I mean, I think sometimes with those seeds, it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, see, those are fun. I mean, Kabuki is essentially just your key sanity, but it's all dungeons, and you get to start like okay, leave me alone. You get to start like it's Kaz Boots. And there's a couple little gotcha moments in there, but in general, it's not that bad. But you do have to do escape first, and there's a couple weird nuances that can happen with Kabuki that you just have to be aware of. Like, it's possible that if you end up with Master Sword in escape, it's possible that one of your Hyrule Castle Smalls can actually be in Castle Tower. Like, or if you get the cape, like something stupid like that can actually happen to you. And that's kind of fun, just because it's weird. So I had that happen one time, I think, when I did a Kabuki. I had to go into Castle Tower and find a key. Yeah, see, like, so that kind of stuff. And just, you gotta just be aware, like, okay, this is a possibility. So I just gotta be aware of the fact that I might need to do that. Oh, watch me dig up my Moon Pearl. Getting that glove was huge, though, because the only thing that would screw me now is if the Moon Pearl shows up on Pyramid, and I've been reluctant to do Aga 2. It's likely not the case. There it is. Okay, so we can avoid Aga altogether. And we got silvers. Oh my god. Everything's coming up Millhouse. The multi-world tournament? That would be fun, too. See, I like dumb stuff like that. I would have fun with it. If League wasn't such a time commitment, I would have loved doing that, too. But we were worried that we weren't going to have enough time to really commit to it. It was hard enough doing Beer League, and Beer League's flexible. And we never even got our last match in. I'm still kind of not happy about that, but whatever. The multi-world tournament? Yeah, I think I've caught some streams, like, of previous tournaments before. It's really cool. And honestly, with how good Muffin's multi-world setup has been with Karasite, I think it's pretty reliable where they could possibly try to plan one soon if they wanted to. Map. I don't care about that. Keep an eye on your channel for lots of... Okay, yeah. I will be following along. I'll check it out when I can. For sure. Alright. Alright. I didn't even go back far enough. That was funny. Alright, try that again. There we go. That's the right way to do it. Alright, we don't have boots yet, so let's just do this. I don't want that shit. Oh, nice item. Alright, if we're lucky, we can skip the basement. Alright, I do have enough money for Zora, but I kind of just want to go Dark World and start doing stuff. Alright, give me the second item, please. Sucks. I think I'm gonna go Hype Cave into Pod in a minute. But I'm gonna just finish clearing. I'm gonna just check this, and then I'm gonna do Spiral Cave, and then we'll go. Because I don't want to leave this behind, because I swear to God, Hera Basement, lately, there's been like a decent chance that we actually get something good in here. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do. There we go. Good enough. And here we'll take. Come on. I'm gonna take a couple hits. It'll be faster to death warp back up. Yo, dude, that was so good. Worth the risk. Yes. Good call. All right. Whew. All right, I am super happy about that find. And we'll get this item, we're gonna save and quit, and we're gonna do Hype Cave in the pod. Get out of here. The only thing that might hesitate me on that call is if pod's a pendant, then I might go west and clear out some other stuff and head to Thieves. But let's see what we get. Good, it's a crystal. Alright, so Swamp and Skullwoods are the bad ones. And it was Thieves Town and Turtle Rock are the 5-6. Alright, so going to pod's very good idea. We're gonna do that next. Alright, and the nice part about this, if we can find a mirror, which that would be nice. I don't know if we will, but if we get a mirror, after pod, we can go after, we could head up to Catfish and then do the Zora checks and stuff. If we don't get one, we'll probably still just do Catfish and get out of the way. But it would be nice to route all that in at once. That just might be wishful thinking, though. No shock that we get a key there. And I mean, that's alright. Alright, we'll head right up this way. Alright. Small key. Yep. Alright. We got key for a key here, or is this actually something else? It's an item. I will take that. Alright, so we got 2 keys on this side. That's totally fine. Alright, let's go for the party in the back. Vamos is good. Only 2 items left in here. And do we get another key? Nope, the big key. Alright. So we can death warp back up. So that's probably what we'll plan on doing. A few hits there. Garbage. Alright, last item on Helma. So now we'll let this guy take care of us. Here, just in case, we'll grab those. We don't have a ton of health, but we don't have to worry too much. We'll actually grab both arrows here. Good. That was a little bit too close. I should have just hit him with the arrow, but I just didn't change over. Alright, we'll go peek at Pyramid, Catfish, and head over to Village of Outcasts to do Thieves. So after Thieves Town, we really gotta hope to find mitts, flute. We need both rods. We might need other medallions. We need boots for desert. That's a guarantee. Okay, just money there, so we're definitely not grabbing that. And then we have to do the jump down up here, which is stupid, but whatever. There we go. Alright. What you got? Don't really care about that. Okay. So I'll probably peek at Bumper Ledge while we go over here, but I'm not going to go into Skull Woods just yet. I mean, it wouldn't take long, but I kind of just want to go for the Pendant Dungeon. I don't know, maybe we do. It could be a quick item in front that we really just need to grab. Ooh, that was close. And if I'm going to go up here anyway, I guess it's not that far out of the way, just to at least peek at the front of it. We could do the back quickly with Samaria, so yeah, whatever. Okay, that's good news. We do not need that item. Cool. That's one. Ah, come on. Worth! Holy shit. Glad we came here. 100% required. And we're out. Wow. Alright, good call. Wow, that's two huge calls that I just impromptu made. Doing Hera Basement and then getting into Skull Woods just to check those two checks. Alright. Well, that opens up some other stuff. But we need other items before we can worry about some of it. Though ice... Well, ice is a green pendant. I hate that, but that's fine. We're gonna try to do... we got this. Nice Garbo. Mirror, perfect. That's so good because then we could do Smith Chain without worrying too much afterwards. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's gonna make me wonder though if I should read Pet at some point. Okay, we just couldn't get that. We're a fire rod away from being able to actually pull pad. Like we have to beat out swamp and ice. Which there's a chance we'll have to dig into one of those dungeons. But we still have a couple major item locations that we didn't go to. Like we didn't do... And now that we have the mirror, we can route the Sydney. See, we skipped Mini Moldworm. Just because. And we have all the Zora checks. What am I doing? I gotta go here. Like, going around here, forgetting what I already did. Come on. Up. He's using his run at you attack. I keep on wanting to run like I have boots yet, and I don't. It's so sad. Ugh. Alright, we still got one item to go, so we gotta check the big chest real quick. Alright, that's it. So let's just go kill Blind, and we're done here. Much better Blind. All right. Let's do dig game. And then we'll come back up. And we can do smith chain and check a couple things on the way. That's helpful. Okay. Not like what I was hoping for, that's for sure. right? Alright, let's see if the game does the funny at the dig spot. Nope. Well, we have some interesting decisions after all this. And, I think what I'm gonna do is... I gotta do Mini Moldrum. For sure. I might then do the Flippers checks. Just get those done, since we avoided all that earlier. And then, we have some Dark Death Mountain stuff. I might wait to go into those pendant dungeons here. Because so far, the answers have been kind of like, well, with the exception of the mitts, I guess. So, honestly, if I was going to go in one of these pendant dungeons, I would pick ice, just because of where those mitts were. And I don't know if that's the right call or not. And I have no idea what's on the island, so we're actually going to go to the island in a second. We're going to do this first. Okay. Alright, so really not punished. We didn't get anything, like, Quake could be required, but we didn't need it yet, so... Nice. Do I check Ice Rod Cave? I mean, I guess this is the only time I'm going to be close enough to it just to route it in. Shame. This is the part that stinks, when the seed kind of dries up and you just got to make the right choice. So let's check the rest of these water checks real fast. Okay, that could be worse. Okay, we definitely don't need that. Alright. Well, that was also a waste of money. Okay. Let's just, I think we just go to ice and we take that risk. Or we go up here first. Then we can go to ice. Since I had to save and quit anyway, we might as well just check this out. God, I hate dead rocks so much. Naturally. Alright, so we need ether. There. Alright, well, I'm glad we came up here. Desert's now beatable. Hello. Nice job. You don't say. Alright, give me a rod. No rod. Alright. So hear me out. We're gonna get a life refill here. Just in case we don't get the ferry, we'll just do Spike Cave while we're here. And then we can go finish Desert. There is one more item there. I don't know if it'll be worth, but we also have those other boots checks. And Graveyard Ledge. let's finish desert first. Alright, so I'm gonna just go to Lamo, and we're gonna hope the second item's on the boss, and if not, then we'll come back in here and go right side. Easy. Alright, we'll go back in and check right side. Okay, we'll do this one real quick, and then we'll just do both the graveyard checks back to back. And then I'm gonna go to ice. I'm gonna go with the rule of fire. I might want to look at pad though too. Nah, we still Fire Rod is still required for it, so I'm not going to panic until I see that. I mean, I need that anyway, but... And Fire Rod might open up more stuff in TR. I mean, it definitely does. And that might be what we have to do. I won't be surprised if that's going to be the progression. Find the Fire Rod, go back to TR. Hope that the Ice Rod's there, but also we might just find our flute there. I'll grab a full heart. All right. Let's do the ice thing. So we still need both rods and the flute for go. That's what we're looking at. So I'm going into Green Pendant, Ice Palace, over Swamp, only because I'm gambling on the Rule of Fire. And we'll see what happens. But this is a quick dungeon anyway with what I got. Garbage map. Thanks, game. Come on. There it is. I thought that was too much. I think it's too much again. There, we saved it. Alright, so far, 0 items. Great. Okay, we had to come in here for that at least, so that's good. We're gonna get both rods in here, because that would be outstanding, honestly. I suck at that. It's fine. Alright, one more item left. We'll check iced tea. Holy shit. Okay. Just going to ice earlier. I mean, we had to go back up the mountain for the damn boots anyway, so that's fine. Alright, we're gonna... Just in case, since we're this far into it, we're just gonna go kill Cold Stare. Because if the green pendant does have something, we just want it. Easy. Okay, let's go activate this flute. We are a fire rod away from go mode. Man. Alright, we'll take a quick peek at Mire Shed and checkerboard just in case it's there. Just so I know, it is Quake. Okay. That's kind of funny. All right, that's a phenomenal Mire Shed. Hilarious. Two fetch quests, 2 items that take up the same slot. Hilarious. Oh, I kind of want that. Not that I need it necessarily, but whatever. It's quick enough. It's a free blue goo. Whatever. Alright, now let's go beat the dungeon. So we have, if Mire doesn't contain the fire rod, we have all of Swamp that we can still do. We have a few fetch quest locations. I mean, Swamp is the most obvious choice because of the density, but it sucks. I'm just hoping it's here. Nice shooting, Tex. Every time you come into Mire and you're looking for an item, Big keys early. Come into Mire to go mode it? Nope, it's buried. Swear to God, Seed knows. The game knows what it's doing to. There's one item. I'm gonna save. Never mind. We don't have the do cutscene at all. That's the last item in here. So no fire rod. Alright. Come on. So all three of the overworld checks aren't like super nasty to get to with Flute. So I could kind of progress do those real quick and then we can go into Swamp. I do have 2 checks in Hyrule Castle too. It would be kind of funny if one of them was the fire rod. I'm thinking we check Green Pendant first and find out whether or not finishing ice was a good call. That would be really good. For some odd reason, I feel like I'm not going to be surprised if Swamp's actually an answer here because every other pendant dungeon's been required, so why not all 3? Okay, not that. Not that. Alright, let's, I think we just do Swamp. And if that's not it, then we'll go to the castle. Swamp definitely has the density in it. So we're going for the all 3 pendant dungeons were required seed. Not necessarily beating them, just going in them and getting items. Well, that's a fire something, but not rod. Here, I'm gonna just grab this key, because I'm gonna just full clear, hoping that it just pops up and then we're done. Because the hope is that we don't have to go to Argus at all. But, I mean, it could be back there. Grab this. Cool. Alright, so all the pendant dungeons had a required item in them. Go figure. That put us in go. I think I still have to open this. Yeah. Go over here, get out of my way. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Let's see. Do we get an early big key or no? No. 3 smalls, though. That's pretty good. Kind of had to figure that was going to happen. I mean, it could have been the big key, but big key's vanilla, which sucks. So we'll probably open up the big chest just in case of a key issue. Though it did give us an extra key upstairs, but it would be pretty awful. Oh, come on, grab them. If we found out that the only other small key down here is actually the big chest, and we get, like, weirdly 3%ed. Like, that's probably even less. But I don't want to run into that type of problem when we're this far along. Hitting that switch didn't matter if I'm gonna leave the dungeon briefly. That's alright. If this is the last small key, though, I'm going to feel really good about this play. Holy shit, it is. Dude, people probably got 3%ed on that one. Wow. Okay, super happy with that call. That's unbelievably a rude setup. I think a general rule of thumb, though, is if I have to open up that middle chest, I'm checking the big chest, because it's one less key I can carry with me. And this time it paid off. Alright, let's get to GT and wrap this shit up. So the ass there is so much S in terms of like item locations, but I gambled pretty well on some of them. So the only thing I could have gone into Swamp earlier to get that fire rod, but I probably would have been looking around a lot more than if I would have gone in earlier. Ice was the true goods, and I could have gone in there sooner, but it's okay. We still had to get the boots up on Death Mountain. It was going to require another climb. So I feel like that's kind of a wash. Alright, you're going to do me a solid and give me an early big key? Maybe. Come on, you'll do it. Do it. Nope. Nice mirror shield. Boo! Alright, back we go. That's really nice, honestly. Okay, randomizer room. You got my answer. Oh, you got red mail. Alright, please be here. There it is. Alright. This is useless. I don't know why I'm bothering. Let's go. The vanilla chest. Nope. That's 2 perfect Lammo fights in a row today. I'll take it. Oh. Oh, come on. That works. All right. Let's jump in and get Ganon dead. Cool. That was a nice quick phase 1 and 2. Nice. All right. I will take a look at the other times here in just a moment. Alright, so 141.37 real time. Honk. Indeed. Alright, let's get our other times up here and see what people did on this one. Alright. There's a 140.21. That's gonna be close, but my collection rate was a little higher. Chaos Cloud got a 148. Doggy 139. Wow, I'll be really close to Doggy's time. It was just a go into every dungeon, so 152.30. Someone had a DNF. Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth for sure. 2 hours 4. 213, 156, 148. So I'll be in for that. 149. Canary 144. 152. Kate 143. Let's get to some good ones. 232. All right, Kirby. Let's see how Kirby did on this one. 133. Holy shit. But here's the best part. 163 checks. So that's crazy. Yeah, even Kirby said, Hair Basement's not one of the checks you're willing to skip anymore if the chest itself contains an item. I get it. Because that's burned so many people lately. So I understand that one. Okay. Got the mitts. That's what I did. Yeah. The boots threw him off. Boots threw them off to get up in the mountain, which made sense. I thought... No, Bagel must have not done this. Bagel must have just done his own weekly. I thought Bagel was going to have a time in here. So overall, I'm like in the top 4 or 5, maybe. So that's not bad. There's still a few people that run it, but... For a seed where you had to dip into all dungeons, I feel pretty good. So I'll take it. It'll be interesting if I squeak ahead of that 140.21 that's up here. If I do, that will put me in 3rd. Because Kirby's time was better. And I think Doggy's was better, right? Yeah, Doggy was in there. So if I squeak ahead of 140.21, then I'll have a 3rd place, as of right now, finish on this one. Which I'd be super happy with. So here's our info. $140.19. I ended up beating it by 2 seconds. Alright, so a solid, as of right now, 3rd place. I'm totally happy with that. That was, considering it was an all dungeons dip, I'll take it. Alright, that's going to do it for me for now. I got to do this other async later on, but I'm going to do that offline. And then I'm just going to kind of probably do some other stuff until MMM tomorrow night. I should be back in time for that. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the support, and I'll catch you soon. Bye!